Okay, we just got smoke out of the engine.
Cougar, fix the plane.
And Cougar 2 is getting smoke abuse to the cockpit now, going 100%.
Good call.
0 oil pressure.
Confirm you still have the same indications as 0 oil pressure?
0 oil pressure, 4 engine faults, 013, 016, 080, 040.
Roger, continue to climb.
Cougar 2 is off.
Go ahead.
What's your power set at now?
80% in the descent.
Copy that. Copy 50.
Say your power setting 2.
I'm maxed out at this power setting.
It's getting bumpy out here.
Okay, you're on fire.
Okay, you copy the radio. About 3 miles south. Okay, I've got to shoot.
Understand choppers are in the air. On border 40.
2 o'clock, low.
2 o'clock.
Okay, one searching. Clean.
It's a single, but there is just one.
It's 2,000 before. It's still on board. Ring 5. He's got the advantage. Stand by. Emerge here. Cali 1. Cali, about 3 o'clock. Slip behind the bridge.
See, you're a little closer.
He's got the offensive advantage here. Right down.
Box.
Box 2. Box 2. Down to 3,000. Let's get out of here.
Hello? Hello. All right, welcome back, everybody, to some more DCS World TACT 25 tournament match. This is the final tournament match. Well, not the very final tournament match, the final match of the preliminary rounds before everything breaks off into the top 8 bracket. I want to thank everybody for coming out today as we have Eclipse Task Force up here to the north right now on the blue team. And let me switch over to that real quick. We have Eclipse Task Force over here to the north, spawning at Haiti on sunny Syria. And then down here to the south, we have Task Force Trident Looks like Task Force Trident today has at least one mercenary, HRB Arcano. Not sure who Ibrahim or Vignardo are. I assume they're regulars, but they don't have the tag on. So we'll see. I think actually this may be this Garrick guy down here may also be another mercenary, seeing as he's got HRP in his name. But I want to welcome you all again to the very last match of the preliminary rounds of TACT 25 this year. Hopefully, it'll be a very, very good one. So, yeah. And just to let you all know, there is a 60-second delay on the stream. So if I'm not responding immediately, one, it's because I'm not reading chat because I'm not used to this. And two, it's because there's a 60-second delay, and that is to perturb any sort of screen peeking, as there have been problems in the past with that. So hopefully we won't have that. In the meantime, we're going to be looking over here at ETF. They are the home team, so we're going to start off with them real quick. And there we go. And ETF, Eclipse Task Force, famous for their all JF-17 lineup. One of the only teams that actually flies the JF-17 these days, outside of some of the Chinese teams in other tournaments. But we have some JF-17s with their lovely Eclipse Task Force liveries right here. Very, very beautiful liveries. I like them. And, yeah, today we got our lineup. We got Dizzy. We got Aspen. We've got, on the other side, oh, he's blank. I don't know who this is. Anku, right? Yep, Anku. Woo! Lasky. Electro Bull. Riker, and of course the main man of the squadron, Breeze. So beautiful 8-man JF-17. Now JF-17 obviously known not for its speed but for the technology there within. The SD-10 is a very, very potent missile, very, very good, on par if not exceeding the AIM-120. And clearly it definitely should exceed the AIM-120, given that the JF-17 is pretty much a subsonic platform when actually combat loaded. You're not really going to be getting up there and shooting anything at, you know, high Mach like you would in an F-16 or even an F-18. Certainly nothing like an F-15 or a 14. But still, very, very good. Lots of technology. Very potent RWR. Very good radar, right? You get an F-16 sized package, but with an F-18 radar. Pretty decent in a dogfight from what I've heard, outside of the main gun being pointed downwards. And then, of course, the main detriment is that you only get 4 active missiles compared to other things, which are 6 active missiles. So, hopefully the stream's not lagging. I see some weird lag in my video replay. And some dropped frames over there. But, yeah. Okay. So, on to TFT's lineup. Now, TFT are going to have to be careful on their actual loadouts because they, and I don't have their skins. I'm pretty sure I downloaded everyone's skins, but I don't know if Task Force Trident actually had theirs uploaded. I could be totally mistaken, and it's totally my fault, and I apologize to Task Force Trident for that. But here we go. We got an all F-16 lineup, sans 1 Hornet. 6 AMRAAMs, of course, triple bagged, no pods. Looks like that is the lineup for the entire team. Triple bag, no pod. 6 AMRAAMs on everybody. And then a Hornet. Ooh, you better... Ooh, okay. Wait. This is an illegal loadout right here. I'm going to have to tell this guy to fix his loadout before he goes off. Otherwise, he will get a, they will get a DQ. Unless he's only taking... He might actually only be taking, 8 missiles in total. which would be really funky. And it looks like he's actually only taking 8 missiles in total, so he is following the rules. There's no AIM-9 missiles on the wingtips. We just got a double ugly loadout with 2 belly sparrows and 6 AMRAAMs. Very interesting loadout. Reminds me of flying the F-15 C and E, where if there was 6 if there was 6 actives allowed, we would take. Sometimes we just take 6 AMRAAMs and 2 sparrows, just because that sparrow gives you the range and the capability to win that pre-merge fight, unlike an AIM-9. Right, you got to force that guy into the merge instead of just letting him flare and fly right by, or you got to force that guy into the notch. I mean, so wonder how that will actually play out. I'm very excited to see what that's going to do, and especially his speed. This guy has centerline tank is pretty status quo for F-18 pilots, but double ugly is not something we really see all that often. Looks like he's really going to want his fuel on his jet, but TFT's getting lined up. And here we are. So, yep. Like I said, there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm just seeing your guys' comments on the AMRAAMs. I was just wondering if his thing was still loaded up. I knew he had only 6 AMRAAMs, but yeah, probably shouldn't be responding to stuff like that if it's a minute delay. Honestly, not super happy with the minute delay thing. I understand why it's there, but yeah, it's yeah, I don't know, but weird light stuff with the taxi takeoff lights over there. But we'll go ahead and since they are the home team today, we're gonna go ahead and take off with ETF. Over here. Whoop. There we go. Alrighty. I saw ETF readied up, but okay, they said they're almost ready. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Count. I spelled it wrong. Countdown starting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So, there goes ETF off in the distance, down the runway. Looks like they're taking off in 4-ship pairs all at once, 4-ship flights. They're looking beautiful with that Mirage behind them. A little bouncy on that takeoff roll, but JF-17 is, I think, the only aircraft in the game with automatic takeoff roll, which is pretty neat. And look at them go. It is a very nice-looking jet when you have a good skin on it, that's for sure. That is for sure. And we'll go ahead and watch this takeoff roll as well. Looks like they're going to be delaying. So, given the delay, I'm not exactly sure what to expect. I don't remember what ETF was running as far as a formation last time around, but I believe if they're going to have a 4-ship delay like this, that they may be doing some sort of wall formation, double wall presentation, almost like pretty much a rectangle, more like, instead of like a typical box or whatever you would call it, container. Looks like, actually, they've got 2 guys taking off right now in sequence, and the other 2 guys are going to be delayed, so perhaps something a little bit different, perhaps a 4-ship wall presentation out front, and then a 2-ship range presentation just behind them. And there they go. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I don't know if I have to turn up my audio on the game. You guys let me know. But ETF have taken off, and they're getting spread out right there, varying altitudes here. Probably looking to barely break Mach 1 on that first pass. If they take a first pass, something I do remember from their last match is that they neglected to actually take any first pass shots. It was pretty much just all second pass stuff at pretty low altitude. Lower the bitrate? Okay. I should have good enough internet to stream at this quality. I should probably keep the thing open. Let me see. You guys can see my lovely Minecraft video. Or my Minecraft video, my Minecraft desktop. Output. Let's lower the stream to 15 kilobytes. Apply. There we go. 15,000 kilobytes more like. There we go. Hopefully that should help things out with the stuttering. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, I'm not entirely sure why I'd be losing frames and whatnot. Looks like I'm still going through it like at 20 megabytes. I don't know if it didn't. I'm gonna just check again. All right, audio's fine. Thank you. Yeah, I set it to 15 kilobytes. Hopefully there's less drop frames. It's still telling me I'm streaming at 20 kilobytes. So I don't know. Hopefully things aren't broken. But anyways, here we go. Looks like last two ETF members have taken off, and they are going to be doing more or less what I said they would be doing, which is 4-ship wall presentation out in the front, 2-ship in trail, and 2-ship directly behind them, although I'm not sure what they're going to do after that. It'll be pretty interesting to see. And it looks like TFT are doing a 2-ship, 2-ship. Looks like this is supposed to be a 2-ship as well, but there's a little bit of a hang-up over here with Keel's takeoff. And 2-ship back here. So it looks like they're trying to go for some sort of stinger presentation where they got a bit of a wall out front and they got 2-ship back here, but it's a little messed up over here. Keel is very slow. What is going on there? That is a weird flight profile. He's at 30,000 feet, only going, what, Mach 0.5, 0.6 right now? Very slow. Probably indicated Mach of like 0.9. I don't know. I feel like he's AFK or something, because this is a weird flight profile, but who knows? Meanwhile, Vignardo already up to Mach 1.2 right now. F-18 behind him, subsonic still. Mach 1.1, 1.2, 1.2, almost 1.3, and 1.1 climbing over to 1.2. Keel still pretty slow. Looking over here at ETFs. Okay, cool. The stream, whatchamacallit? The stream rate went down to 15. It just took a while. Okay. Anyways, I apologize. Yeah, again, the stream delay is only 1 minute, but Breeze, Riker, Lasky, Electrable, nice little wall presentation here. Spread with a little bit of spread down the middle, probably to let Thermos and Anku go straight down the middle. Riker, Breeze, yep, all very comfortably subsonic, about Mach 0.9 right now, leveled out. Everything here. What's the separation here? About 10 miles, and then they got about a 10-mile spread, so about 20 miles in depth. Pretty decent to cause some issues, specifically with this trail group, but not really enough separation to cause any issues between the lead group and the middle element, but can still do some stuff there. And here we have, oh, looks like one of the TFT members decided to drop back Vignardo. He climbed all the way up to 40,000 feet, but he's currently subsonic at 40,000 feet. I personally wouldn't recommend that unless he's going to do a dive here, which it doesn't look like he's doing. He just looks like he's holding straight and level. But we have Sword out in front going nearly Mach I think he's 1.3 right now, climbing up to 1.4. And he's up at 40,000. We got the two over here, Akano and Mothman at nearly Mach 1.5, 42,000. Rage over here, also nearly Mach 1.5, 37,000. Keel still back here, finally going supersonic up at 35,000 feet. Looks like he's climbing out again. And then we obviously have the two back here. So, teams are getting pretty close. We got 47 miles between the two. ETF should definitely be able to see TFT on their scope. TFT should be able to see ETF on their scope with the data link donations of the F-18 in the back here, which should be certainly able to pick them up for a while now. And, oh, it looks like, I think we got a missile out. Yep, we got an AIM-120 out over here, probably on breeze, 40 nautical mile shot out there from 45,000 feet, pretty high. So, looks like the middle element, Anku and Thermos, are splitting up. Aspen, Dizzy also are joining in with the group, and they are spreading out as well. So it looks like they're going to be, they came in a pretty smart range presentation there, and then the elements in the middle are going to split up, probably mess up the targeting. Rage with a shot here, 38 miles out on, looks like it's going to go on, maybe actually it's on Electro Bull. It's hard to tell with the guidance sometimes here with these long shots. We've got missiles out from Arcano and Mothman, and possible double target on Riker. That doesn't look very good. I don't see, there's no missile really tracking on Breeze, I don't believe. So there's that. But ETF are hitting the deck. Okay, so this is something I saw last time that they fought. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Sword took a shot on Breeze, so I guess Mothman and Arcano had a little bit of a communication issue there, double tapping on Riker, and they clearly lost track, or they're, for some reason, cheap shotting there, because they're now turned cold. But something I saw last time, actually first SD-10 out from Thermos at possibly here, 35 miles, but very low to the ground. Extremely low altitude SD-10 shot. Hopefully this isn't a, this is very low. Is this a friendly fire? I think that's a friendly fire missile. Oh my god. Okay, well, first kill of the game goes to Thermos over there. Friendly fire TK on Lasky. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. That seems very difficult to do in a JF-17 given the amount of situational awareness the jet gives you. But that happened, I guess. All right. Well, good job, Thermos. First kill of the match. And it looks like Breeze is still over here. Low altitude. Aspen, Dizzy up high still. So I believe what they're trying to do is, because they dove really low, they're hoping that the TFT guys force their radars down low to look for everyone else, while the high guys take their high shots, although they're not super high, but JF-17 can't really fly above 35,000 feet super reliably with its small wings and slow speed. But Aspen taking a shot about 35 miles towards Keel, who's high and very fast, diving through Mach 1.3 right now. Aspen is supersonic in his dive. This SD-10 is up at 60,000. This AIM-120 is up at 120. Doesn't look like it's actually tracking on anything. Maybe just desync. AIM-7 out from the F-18, although it looks like totally wasted AIM-120 or AIM-7. We got an AIM-120 out from somebody, perhaps Mothman or Arcano, going towards Breeze or something. And it looks like it's just not going to have the energy whatsoever. I don't know. But 3-man on the right. Electro Bull taking a 20,000 foot shot, 25 miles. I mean, looks like it's going to climb up to Vignardo here, and may be dangerous if Vignardo does not react whatsoever. Climbing through 40,000 feet, just below Mach 3 right now. Riker, Anku stacked on top of each other, coming down the middle. Anku with an AIM-120 shot. Looks like it is going to be going on to Arcano there, who's up at 30,000 feet, about 16 miles. Meanwhile, Arcano retaliates. Looks like he is shooting at perhaps Riker. Looks like, actually, definitely going on Anku over there. So, yeah. Anku? Okay, good. Missile, actually, looks like this missile was going on to somebody in the back, Dizzy, probably to force her down low. They spotted her there. Rage taking a shot at Aspen for sure there at 22 miles, 30,000 feet. Very decent missile shot there. And Aspen retaliates with his own SD-10 shot over there. Keel is just totally out of the fight right now. About almost 20 miles separated from his nearest friendly and 30 miles separated from the nearest bandit. So, AIM-120 shot out here from Sword, 13 miles, 30,000 feet. Very fast, I presume. Supersonic, that's for sure. Riker taking a sub 8-mile shot on Mothman. Mothman retaliating about the same distance. And Mothman's going to have to notch this one, I believe, or drive it into the ground, which it looks like he's going to be notching it, that's for sure. Ooh. Nice scenic views here. Riker has turned cold. Another SD-10 out, looks like from Thermos onto Sword, I believe. And they are all very low. Very, very low over here. And let's see. And they are down 6 missiles, actually 7 off the bat, because of Thermos's shot there. But we got Anku coming back in over here. I forgot that I had his thing zoomed in all the way. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. All right. Vignardo taking a shot at Thermos. 10 miles, Cold Bandit. Hopefully Keel is scanning his radar and he sees Aspen right here. Another shot from Vignardo, cold onto Thermos. This is... it may catch Thermos. He's supersonic, but probably not going to catch him. I don't believe, unless Thermos turns back into that. We got Anku and Mothman exchanging AMRAMs here. Exchanging missiles at about 9 miles. Keel and Aspen exchanging missiles over here at about 9 miles as well. Keel from up high, Aspen from about medium altitude, low altitude. Looks like Keel's probably going to eat this one. He's too high. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I missed it, but Keel went down. There we go. I was fat fingering my F2 and F3 key or whatever. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, guys. But Giric over here, AIM-120 launch and an AIM-7 launch. I'm not entirely sure what his plan was. I don't know if he's fat fingering that or if he's taking some weird shot where he cheap shots with the AIM-120 and then tries to guy with an AIM-7, but clearly the AIM-7's unguided. SD-10, double SD-10 going out from him. Mothman with a retaliation shot on Dizzy. Dizzy's very good at notching. Actually, this SD-10 is on Mothman there. Oh, looks like that AIM-120 got driven into the ground. I keep hitting F6, that's what's happening. I'm sorry, I keep hitting F6 instead of F3. But Mothman goes down to Dizzy's shot right there. And now we are down to 7v5 over here. Well, from a immediate downside of losing a member to an immediate upside of now being only down 1 man against 2. Riker looks like he may not... Oh, this is a tree. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, and he gets hit. Riker down. Giric survives that SD-10 right over there. Another SD-10, though, out on him. 6 miles, very close. Bree's going to have to notch this one. Giric. Oh. Looks like Giric notches that one successfully. Breeze defends his missile successfully. We got... Oh, Rage may eat this. Yep, and he does. He eats that SD-10 from Aspen. Sword unable to pick up the trade here. Looking for Electroball. Aspen may see him there. And AIM-120 shot out from Arcano. Dizzy exchanging a volley over there. Double tap, actually. Those are his last 2 AMRAMs, too. Not sure if I would have done that. Dizzy going in the notch. Still has 2... SD-10s. Giric is probably going to eat this one this time. That is a very close SD-10 shot. And it looks like he just got hit right there behind the trees. Breeze firing another missile just to be sure. Which puts him down just to 2 heaters. Arcano, totally Winchester over here. Vignardo. Oh, it looks like they knocked out Aspen over here to the right. I missed that, actually. Unfortunately, I missed that. Ooh, looks like Vignardo still has 4 AMRAMs. Sword with 1 stick. So there's 5 AMRAMs across 3 jets over here in the back. Arcano actually killed Anku with one of those missiles that he fired, but now he's going into a 2v1 Winchester, and Dizzy's firing another missile head-on over here, 6 miles. Arcano is going to be turning into the right, forced to contest with Breeze. We may lose Sword and Arcano here. Sword, good notch there, good notch there. Aim 120, though, he fired aim 120, and Arcano goes down right over there to Dizzy's SD10. Now we get a 2-on-1 merge, but Sword is going to definitely eat this one. That is an SD10 to the face right there, going down. And Vignardo up at medium altitude, going into this merge completely blind, but I don't know if anyone else is going to be able to see him. Does Electro Bull still have? Nope, all he has are his PL5s. Should have heard that supersonic boom. I'm not entirely sure if I'd be in Afterburner right now at this altitude. But 3v1 situation. Breeze, again, only has 2 PL5s. Dizzy, 1 SD10 remaining, 2 PL5s, and 2 PL5s over here. So 7 missiles versus 4 over here, but this is one man with enough missiles to kill 3 people. So we'll see what happens. Looks like ETF are lost. They don't know where Vignardo is. Vignardo is certainly lost, has no idea where they are. Still an Afterburner, though. He's burning up precious fuel that he's going to need to fight against the wall of ETF, and hopefully if he's scanning low, he should be able to spot them here very, very soon, and he'll have some pretty good shot opportunities when they turn in here. So it'll be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Looks like he stopped turning. He stopped turning. Hopefully, I think that may be a little too outside. Oh, no, maybe he picked him up. I think maybe he got some nails or something, because he's turning over here to the right towards Breeze. Electro Bull staying low, going away. Dizzy looking over here. So I assume Electro Bull scanning to the north, Breeze scanning to the south, and Dizzy scanning the opposite side of the bubble, hoping to find Vignardo. Vignardo still up here again. Oh, okay, finally he's cut his burner, so he's conserving fuel now at a nice clean speed of nearly Mach 1.5. But yeah, okay. Electro Bull turning cold. Probably Breeze or Dizzy picked up some nails at some point, so they know that the guy is over here somewhere. Breeze head on with Vignardo. Vignardo, I'm not sure if he knows. I mean, he's an Afterburner. He must know, but he's getting very close. 6 miles. Breeze pointed up. He's pointed up here. Are we going to take a PL5 shot? Looks like we're going to do it. Vignardo. Ooh, that's a PL5 right there. And he goes down to the PL5. Unfortunate for TFT there. Last member goes down to a PL5 with 4 AMRAMs remaining. And ETF are victorious this first round. Well, not yet. They still have to land and secure that victory. But pretty much victorious. So Breeze here, standing up, 1 PL5. Dizzy, 3 sticks, SD10, and 2 PL5s. And Electro Bull still with his 2 PL5s. And they are now climbing out and making their way out to the enemy airfield, which is Damascus. So very, very good performance from ETF, even after that little mishap at the very start. But, you know, accidents happen. Accidents happen. But, yeah. Alrighty. So that was a fantastic match right there. Well, match, I say match. Round. Fantastic round 1. And, yeah, I guess let's go ahead and take a second, take a little seat back, and talk about it, I guess. Unfortunately, I was supposed to have fellow 64th member Assflight here to co-host with me, but he had a last-minute altercation, so couldn't join me for today. But I think I'll catch up on the stream chats, however many there are. So Generic says that bro did not turn on his mode 6. I assume so. I didn't. I guess the Jeff has its own special whatchamacallit, IFF that only Jeffs use, and that's called the mode 6, because I'm only aware of mode 1 through 4. Jeff does have high fidelity RWR. So many people are getting warnings from the same. Ekman Jones, it is a best of 3, not best of 5. I don't believe any of the matches are best of 5. Maybe the final match, but for sure these preliminary rounds are only best of 3. So we may get another round here. Who knows? Pandemonium saying that the RWR on the Jeff is kind of a pain when compared to the magic of the FC3 models. Like the blind zones are pretty big. Not entirely sure. I have the Jeff, which I won in a contest, or I won in a raffle, but I've never flown it. Don't really want to fly it at all. So yeah, but here we are. Woo. Whoa, what the heck? Hit my mouse there. As my upstairs neighbors stomp around. Well. Let's take a look over here at their trophies. Aces 23-1. Looks like they took second place, I believe. I believe that's silver. ACC, second place. TACT 21, second place. And SATAC 2021, they got a gold there. Looks like first place. Got the English flag for Electrable. And, yeah. All very good stuff. All very good stuff. So, hopefully, in the next round, we won't see a team kill like that out of nowhere. Honestly, not entirely sure what kind of communication errors would have happened for that to be the case. Perhaps, only thing I can really think of is that Thermos was perhaps in some sort of Twiz mode. His friend was in the scan, and he fat-fingered his designation stuff, and accidentally primary tracked, who was the one who got shot down? I can't remember who was the one who got shot down. I guess we could go back and look right here. Where is it? Up here somewhere. Lasky, that's right. Yeah, perhaps it was some sort of Twiz error where he had somebody else bugged, or he had somebody bugged, and then, force a habit perhaps cycled to the next guy, and the next guy just happened to be Lasky, and he took a shot without knowing. Mode 6 in the Jeff specific version of Mode 4. Okay, if this was configured to interrogate, there would be indications of friendly as soon as you lock the contact. That's what I assume. The Strike Eagle has the same thing where you can set it up so it auto IFFs the moment you go into an STT or primary data link track in Twiz. That's one of my favorite things about it, is being able to do automatic IFF as soon as you lock a guy up. That's typically how I get a lot of my information when there's a lot of fights happening. Is you can momentarily spike people for like half a second and just know if they're friendly or foe because the little 4 plus 4 minus pops up on the left side of the RWR or the radar screen. It's only if you set the code right too, though. The Jeff's IFF is like half fidelity to work. Yeah, I know you have to set up the codes and stuff like that, but I feel like for a team that has the JF-17 under lock and key for their team, that it wouldn't be that big of an issue. That they should be down pat with that. So I'm going to assume that it's more of some sort of issue with the switchology and for some, all that kind of stuff. So there needs to be a lot of double checking taking place before shots are taken. Personally made the switch back to the 15C from the Jeff. Generic hero. You're a hero for that. 15C. Due to the much more forgiving envelope at speed and fast acquisition times overall. Is Magic IFF on in this environment? Pretty sure it is. Actually, well, there's no whatchamacallit. There's no AWACS data link stuff. So if somebody drops off data link on your end, say like you're flying an F-16, then when you lock a guy up, you will have to IFF him. Usually doesn't auto IFF like that. I've had times where in this tournament, which is part of the reason why I bring a targeting pod. Now I bring the sniper pod, which I've actually thoroughly enjoyed using it for identification stuff. But yeah, so I've had times where I lock a guy up and I'm not entirely sure if he's friend or foe because I'm not looking at the radar, and I have to look down, and sometimes you lock up a friendly, it just doesn't show up as friendly even though you have him on data link. So that is always a thing. But again, if worst case scenario, Thermos had literally all his wits about him and knew exactly what he was shooting at minus the IFF, I probably still wouldn't have taken that shot, seeing as how close the dude was. I feel like you could make the assumption that that is definitely not the enemy, given that all the enemy should be on the data link, or at the very least, you should know that the enemy is going to be much further away from you than where he took that shot from. So, yeah. But lots of talking from me. Not much of showing off the aircraft. I apologize. It's also probably quite quiet here. Seems like someone didn't do their research. Lots of hi-fi modules suffer from stuff like this. They do. They definitely do. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like getting a team kill, some fracture side there at that specific moment is a little difficult to do. Given you have, any amount of competency in the airframe that you're flying. Okay, I'll check. I can check the briefing right now, I think. Is it Alt B? There it is. Don't see anything. Maybe it's in the whatchamacallit, briefing here. Nope. Don't see anything. Ooh. There we go. Looks like Dizzy's making her way. Oop. I'm zoomed in here. There we go. Right there for that one. Electro Bull. Woo! Zipped on by. Let's get onto this pitot tube. And for Breeze, I don't know. Where do we go for Breeze? Probably, let's try an over the shoulder for Breeze. Ugh, canopy glare is a little funky. But there we go. Check that out. Dizzy on final here. Unrelated opinions on the F-15 SAQA-EX. Well, I mean, the thing's been out for quite a while. I think it's good, obviously. I think the F-15 is still very much like one of the best 4th gen platforms. Certainly, comparing to the only other heavy strike capable platform, like air superiority fighter, multi-role, whatever platform in the world, being the Su-30 / Su-27. I guess the Su-30 would be more comparable now that the F-15Cs are all getting decommed. But, obviously very capable. Giving it an engine upgrade is very, very good. Lots of new fancy electronics in it. Very cool. And I think Honestly, like the whole like putting a billion AMRAMs on it thing, I don't think matters. I think you're gonna see outside of like very few stuff and just whatchamacallit, you know, publicity shoots and stuff like that. I don't think you're ever gonna see an F-15 legitimately take that loadout for any reason outside of like, you know, cruise missile defense type scenarios like the F-14 and whatnot. So the ability to obviously carry all that stuff is pretty cool. Actually, I do think they may take stuff on those extra wing pylons. I wish that the F-15 was given those extra wing pylons earlier. I understand why they didn't give it to it, because of the technology at the time just wouldn't let them have that many missiles. But it definitely should have gotten that upgrade a little bit sooner. The doubled up pylons and like the double up belly racks and stuff like that, not really super necessary. But everything else, very, very nice. So I'm happy. I hope they make 3,000 of them, and it'll be pretty neat. But as far as like SAQA stuff, I mean, it's all. I mean, technically those are the first ones, and the EX is basically just like, oh, a bunch of our customers ordered. Oh, it looks like he's already landed. A bunch of our customers ordered the QA and SA, so why don't we pitch the EX to the Air Force, and the EX, and they bought it because it was already a product, and they were already making it. I think that actually probably the best part about the F-15 EX is the fact that it has like a 20,000 hour airframe life versus a pretty typical 5,000 hours, which still takes a long time to hit, but you know, there's still F-16s in the U.S. Air Force that have like 8,000-9,000 hours. I can't even imagine how many hours some of the older aircraft in the export countries for the F-16 have. They gotta have like so many hours on them. So having a 20,000 hour service life is very, very good for that aircraft. Final touchdown to secure the victory. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Raise something to the organizers about the Magic IFF then, unless ETF doesn't want it. It's an unnecessary hurdle for the JF drivers in competitive, cool milsim. Well, I don't know. I can't. I'll be honest. There's nothing I can do. You got to take that up with them yourself. I mean, I've given my opinion, and I've been not had my opinion taken. So it's okay. It's whatever. But yeah. Oh, a little bit of server restarting glitching right there. Very, very good stuff, though. Very good stuff. Alrighty. Well, we're back in it. We're back in it, but while the whatchamacallits, while the team's ready up for their next round, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit you with the trailers and all that.
Okay, we just got smoke out of the engine.
And Cougar 2's getting smoke fumes in the cockpit now, going 100%.
Good call.
0 oil pressure.
Confirm you still have the same indications as 0 oil pressure?
0 oil pressure, 4 engine faults, 013, 016, 080, 040.
Roger, continue to climb.
Cougar 2 soft.
Go ahead.
What's your power set at now?
80% in the descent.
Copy that.
Copy 50.
Say your power setting, 2.
I'm maxed out at this power setting.
It's getting bumpy out here.
Okay, you're on fire.
Okay, you copy the radar.
I'll get down! Mark! Copy the mayday. We're about 3 miles south. Okay, I've got to shoot.
Understand choppers are in the air.
2 o'clock low.
Foot searching. Clean.
It's a single today, just one. It's 2,000 before. It's about to run out for a big fight. He's got the advantage. Stand by. Converters here. Now we won. Kelly, about 3 o'clock. Slightly behind the convert. See if we can get a little closer. It's a big hit. Right down.
Oh, I still gotta do stuff. Alrighty. Welcome. Let me fix this up real quick. I gotta give it a 1. Boom. There we go. Professional here. All right. Welcome back to round 2 of ETF versus TFT. We got TFT over here. We're going to be taking off with them this time around. They're going to be taking off from Haiti. And same lineup as before. 7 Vipers, 1 Hornet. And Hornet's not loaded up yet, but we'll see what he takes. Those aim 7s, honestly, perhaps he's going for something specific. Perhaps he's just fat fingering for whatever reason. I don't know. He basically just had only 6 AMRAMs in that fight because he took 2 Sparrow shots from ranges that would never do anything, and it seems like he just unguided them immediately. I don't know if maybe he doesn't know that you can't guide Sparrows in Twiz or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. It seems a little ridiculous. Because I know back in ye old days of Alamo flying the F-15, when we would take the Sparrows on the F-15 and do either 4 AMRAM, 2 and 2 with Sparrow heater, or 6 AMRAM 2 Sparrows, or even 4 AMRAM 4 Sparrows. That was fun. Those Sparrows were typically saved for those were saved for pre-merge stuff. It gives you a lot of advantage. It gives you a ton of advantage to be able to take a missile shot at about double the range of an AIM-9 with more reliability of track outside of the notch. And they just fire an AIM-120 or an AIM-120. They fire an AIM-9 at you because that's all they have, and then you just flare their AIM-9 and you keep pressing and either get them with the Sparrow or gun them. And that comes with a lot of expertise in doing Fox 1 fighting, which I think I was proud to say that Alamo was one of the best Fox 1 fighters, Fox 1 fighter teams in the community. But also, Nemesis, to answer your question whether or not we should ban the paddle on the F-18, yes. The answer is yes, absolutely. Ban the paddle. All right. If you use the paddle, you suck. I'm just gonna put it out there. If you have to use the paddle in the Hornet, you're just not very good. You're just not very good. But also, I mean, I think that the ETF is ready, but I think that the F-16 rate problems would be solved if there was some sort of G fatigue, G effect stuff. I mean, obviously there's G effect, but if there's any sort of G fatigue in the game, because right now, you know, you can literally hold, as long as you have the airspeed, you can hold a turn up to the blackout point forever, literally forever, with no consequence in the game, which I really think they need to add some sort of metric where it's like, I don't know, they could add some sort of regenerative thing where it's like if you pull a certain amount of G, it decreases your fatigue bar, and you know, and then like if you don't pull G for a while, you regain your stamina for it and stuff like that. And the F-16 would obviously have a higher one because that's like the special thing with the F-16 seat is that it's reclined to aid in higher, or in like, you know, sustaining G's for longer. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like, because obviously, you know, if the Hornet can just pull 7-8 G's forever and achieve its perfect sustained rate, where the F-16 needs to pull 9 G's to perform its rate turn and can't hold that forever, then it's like, you know, it's there's really nothing that the F-16 can do. Honestly, what I do in the F-16 is if I just force a 1 circle, get the Hornet slow, and then every time I'm at the top, I just ditch out, build speed, and then just do an Immelman back in and just do a head-on. That's what I've been doing in F-16 versus F-18 fights, and it works out pretty well. No. Look, if you want to fly a jet that allows 9 Gs, fly a jet that allows 9 Gs, all right? Fly the F-16, fly the F-15C and the F-14. Both those things don't have fly-by-wire, so you can rip your wings if you pull too hard at the right speed, all right? Be a man. Be a man. I know the Hornet can probably rip its wings if you fly it at the right speed, pull too hard, but, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, looks like TFT are lined up. Like I said, we're going to be taking off with them this time around. TFT's ready, so we're going to go ahead and start the countdown here in a second. Boom. Let's get that going. A lot of stuff in the way. And countdown starting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So, round 2 is now starting with TFT on the takeoff roll here. Look at all those F-16s. And again, I apologize if they had uploaded their skins. I either just totally forgot to get them or I just never got them in the first place. Agree on the re-G tolerance. Yep, another thing, I think there should be airframe fatigue over G modeling. The F-15 getting funky when you over G is a wonderful feature. Yeah, I've heard that somebody on 64th, I won't name anybody, somebody on 64th said that the F-18 does have G fatigue if you overstress the wings to, like, you know, an 11 G pull or something with the paddle. It will actually, like, whatchamacallit, like, stress the wings, but it's, I believe it's like a health bar, basically, where you just pull it enough and then it just rips, but I have no idea. Yeah, fatigue and stress is modeled. Wait, the only thing damage your wings in the Viper and then pull hard in Cat 1. Yeah, I know you can rip your wings, but that usually it's usually if you're already damaged. Typically, like, you can't really pull. I don't think you can rip your wings in the 16 unless you're already damaged. Same thing for pretty much most aircraft in the game. But yeah, I mean, G fatigue is definitely not a thing in the game. I know there's G warm up. where you just have to pull like 4 Gs for like 5 seconds, and then you're warmed up for your stuff. Or yeah, you pull like 4 or 6 Gs, and then unload, and then you're good to go. But I don't think there's, because I mean I'm pretty sure you're able to pull a lot. Pulling 9G in the Hornet is restricted IRL due to increasing the server. Yeah, I know it is. That's why all the Navy jets are restricted to like 7.5 Gs. I mean, there's no, outside of the F-16, there's no aircraft that is like legitimately rated for like 9G pulls. Like if you listen to any F-8 or F-15 pilots, you know, them pulling over 7.5 Gs in training or something is like, you know, a big no-no. Even though that jet is technically rated for 9G. Plus, like, I mean, you're never really gonna, you shouldn't really be hitting 9G anyways in a combat scenario outside of dogfighting, or like, you know, randomly having to hit like a brake turn for whatever reason when you're already at speed. It's just not gonna happen, really. But here we are. Looks like TFT are actually in a good formation this time around. Seems like they're able to achieve what they wanted to achieve. Straight up failure. I want something more akin to reduction of controllability and precision, like in the 15E. Sure, it's fly-by-wire, but if the wing is physically bent, your outer wing begins to something. I don't know what that says. Begins to lose lift, probably. I think that's probably what it means, what he's saying. But anyways, TFT presenting a more clean presentation than they did before. We got that 6-ship 3-element wall up in the front. A little bit of a range separation here. Not much of a range separation there. Bit of a range separation, about 10 miles with the trailing element. Usually, honestly, in my opinion, I think if you're ever going to give a range presentation that isn't like this specifically, and more like, you know, actually splitting elements between each other, I think anything less than 15 miles is too short of a distance, because it allows, you know, for example, like the F-15 and the F-18 can take AMRAAM shots up to 60 miles. So, you know, if they can still shoot at a trailing element if they're only 10 miles behind and still, you know, remain pretty safe from the lead element. But ETF coming in with the same thing. We're gonna see. Actually, let me. I have my drawing tablet here. Let's try to draw up. Ooh. Can I do that? Nope, it's not letting me. Can I? Oh, it's because I don't have it on whatchamacallit. Oh. I needed to open this in Epic Pen, or I needed to open it in administrator mode. Whoopsie. More. Running admin. Yes. There we go. Okay, there. All right, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. So, here we go. We got ETF. So beforehand, what they did was they gave us. Oh no! What is going on? Why does it keep? Okay, whatever. I guess we're not gonna be doing this. This is dumb. I don't know. Last time around, it didn't keep alt tabbing every time I freaking clicked something else. That's so dumb. Oh, whatever. I apologize, guys. Unable to do my little drawing tablet thing because DCS is stupid. Anyways, DCS is epic and stupid. But here we go. So beforehand, we had ETF. They came in their 4-ship wall presentation with 2 groups or 2 elements in trail with a range separation between them, and the goal was to I assume, well, obviously to present some sort of range formation, and then just have these guys break out into their own wall in the back, a little bit of a trail. Again, Keel really loves his slow speed climb ups. He's subsonic, leaving Rage out to dry. 20 miles in trail. It's a much better trail formation there. Vignardo, Ibrahim, and Garrick, they caught up with Vignardo and Ibrahim caught up with Garrick. Sword split off with him. Up at 35,000 feet, only a little over Mach 1, not very fast. Rage, though, up to 1.5. Holy moly, he's screaming. He's only at 35,000 feet. Hopefully he gets a little bit more altitude. Arcano, about to hit Mach 1.2 there. at 40,000. Mothman behind him, still subsonic as well. Looks like he's climbing up. Or well, he's supersonic in actual Mach because of his altitude, but he's subsonic over the ground. Now he's supersonic over the ground. But we'll see. Rage is really screaming in there. Very, very fast. Sword, again, still. Obviously, everybody on ETF are only going to be going about, yeah, they're all subsonic here. They're presenting high. I don't think, I mean, maybe they'll take some shots here up at high altitude, but who knows? You know, they present, obviously they present high because they want the opponents to take some long shots, and then they just hit the deck and defend. Pretty bog standard stuff for the teams that like to play close, do close fights. I mean, you really have to with the JF-17, because down low the kinematics matter even less because the air density is so thick that the missile motor matters the most. And it looks like we have our first AMRAAM out here. Actually, very, very close range for how fast he's going. 35 nautical miles here. Shot out again. This time on, it looks like it's either on Lasky or Electrable. Not entirely sure. The way the missile is leading, I probably am going to say Electrable, but I could be mistaken. Arcano with an AMRAAM out on Breeze, that's for sure. And yeah. So let's see. It's sometimes hard to tell how which target the missiles are going on unless they're spread like this. Like obviously this AMRAAM's pretty clearly going on to Breeze. This one looks like it might be going on to Lasky. I assume it is. Yeah, it's definitely going on to Lasky. I could have assumed it was, but the amount of pull that happens isn't very whatchamacallit. The navigation in DCS sucks. If you're going Mach 1.5, the AMRAAM guidance literally, the logic literally just breaks. It actually just breaks if you're going Mach 1.5. That's like a hard limit right there. Obviously it can still hit you if you're going that fast and flying the right profile, but if you're making it pull lead, like you're beaming or something like that, even though it has the energy to hit you, it just won't hit you because of the way it guides, because of the true proportional navigation. But we got an SD10 out. Not entirely sure from who. I don't know if it was from... Well, Lasky obviously is defending that AMRAAM, so probably Anku took this shot. I don't know how high he was, but that's a very far SD10. About Mach 2.5 at 40,000 feet. So we got Ibrahim taking a shot. Electrable retaliating. That looked like a little bit of an off-bore shot there. Keel taking a shot as well. Over here, 30 miles. Arcano and Mothman are just flowing cold here. I wonder why. Honestly, I think I would probably try to push and get some stuff here. Get this compass rose out of here. Alrighty. AMRAAM, this one's looking good. Mach 3 coming down through 50,000 feet right now. SD10 definitely out of juice on him. Ibrahim, actually, we may see a kill here. He's defending a little late up high. SD10. Oh, and I jumped away right as he died. Okay, well, I hope you guys saw that the missile just like came in right next to him. But first kill of the game, I believe. Yes, we're down one guy. Thermos redeeming himself, also getting the first kill of this round, just like last time. But this time on somebody who he's supposed to kill. So very, very good, very, very good. But yeah. Oh yeah, I apologize for the epileptic seizures that I caused with alt tabbing and stuff like that. Before, I don't know why. I think I may have like a setting messed up or something, but beforehand the game wouldn't go away when I alt tabbed. So I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know why it's doing that this time around. SD10 out here. I have no idea from who. Maybe from Thermos again, or maybe from Aspen. It looked like they were both cold and wouldn't be able to take a shot. Looks like a cheap shot from Anku. Or maybe from Dizzy. I think it was Dizzy. Dizzy's shot. Mothman guiding it over here. Sword and Breeze taking shots 15 miles. Mothman may eat this one. He looks like he's going to eat this, actually. And he's flaring, probably chaffing, maneuvering. He's cold. I think he'll be safe. Yep, he's going to be safe from that SD-10. Another SD-10 out from Riker, probably on Arcano, 17 miles. Pretty low altitude from him, but Arcano is up high. Arcano taking the AIM-120 shot, probably out on Riker, exchanging. He's cold already. This missile is not active yet, but it's going to be active now. Probably going to pick him up. Mach 3 coming through right there. Nice grinder formation from TFT. Honestly, you have to give him the thumbs up for the grinder presentation, especially because look at them. They're able to keep their altitude very, very well. 27,000, 22,000. Missile out from Kiel, 15 miles. Thermos retaliating probably on Vignardo over there. But yeah, holy moly. Bringing his purse to the fight, died with both bags. Yup. SD-10, yeah, Vignardo looks like he took a retaliatory shot, but did not know he was getting targeted. He is going to most certainly eat this one. He's flaring for his dear life, still 4 missiles on his jet, and there he goes to the SD-10, not paying enough attention to how close the enemies are getting. ETF really sneaky with those low to high shots. I mean, I don't say, probably not that sneaky, but the SD-10's motor is just so powerful. It really lets you just take those low to high shots like it's nothing. But I mean, what are you gonna do when you're up high and you defend late? I mean, it's not really much you can do at that point. So Rage and Aspen taking shots. Aspen just breaking lock super early. Looks like the SD-10 did go active. Sword and Electro Bull taking shots at each other. That SD-10 is so fast. That's so fast. Garrick taking a shot. AIM-120 looks like it went to the ground. SD-10 also going to the ground. Mothman all by his lonesome over here. Riker and Anku both taking AIM-120 or SD-10 shots. Anku or Mothman retaliating on Riker with an AIM-120. He's going to have to notch. I believe he could just turn cold, but it looks like he's not doing that. And we're still here. Oh, Mothman may eat it. Oh, you saw the SD-10 back there. Very, very close. AIM-120 out from Arcano onto Breeze. This one looks like it may eat it. SD-10 out as well from him, but Breeze is pretty decent at notching in the Jeff, so we'll see if he can notch it, but it doesn't look like he's going for the notch. Oh, AIM-120 out from him. I think that AIM-120 just missed, or it was actually guiding on somebody else. Mothman is definitely going to eat this one, though. That's for sure, if he doesn't notch it. And it looks like he notched it. He should have eaten it. Another SD-10 out right there. On to Mothman 6. Arcano needs to get into the game because he's not helping his buddy. Arcano's definitely going to go down here, and there he goes. Or Mothman, sorry, not Arcano. To Breeze. Breeze gets a nice kill right there. Exchanged several missiles, though. It looks like he's going to be out of sticks outside of the AIM or the PL5s. Riker and Arcano exchanging AIM-120s. Sword with an SD-10 out on him. He may eat this one as well. Oh, he notched it into the ground. Nice. Good job right there. Another SD-10 out from Sword. Rage, probably going to eat this one. He does. He goes into the ground right there. Kill for Aspen, I believe. Yep, Aspen. Sword, probably not going to survive this. Seems like it's in his blind spot. Gets a missile off at the very least. Still got his tanks on. He loves his fuel. SD-10 out from Lasky. Lasky may eat it. Sword's going to eat this one. He does. Lasky's going to eat this one. There he goes. Keel survives an SD-10 at close range right there. Arcano over here. I think I didn't miss any kills or losses over here, but Arcano. PL5 out from Aspen onto Arcano. Look at that track. And he goes down to that PL5. Just didn't see the smoke. Very, very smoky missiles and just didn't see it. SD-10 out from Thermos. Oh my god. Hopefully this doesn't kill. Oh my god. I think I saw... Oh, and we got another team kill. We got another team kill from Thermos. This time on Aspen. Right there. Holy moly. 2 team kills in a single match. 1 in each round. PL5 out from Breeze. Probably going to kill him. He's not flaring. And he goes down. There we go. Last man on the team. Yeah, Wombat, the stream, I don't know why I'm getting dropped frames. I think my internet I was having problems with my internet service provider last night. And the night before. So I apologize. I'm losing I'm just losing the stream right now. Yeah, no, it's not the my bit rate is literally low. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the delay. I think it's the stream delay because it's forcing me to use extra RAM. This is why I hate using the stream delay. They complained to me about using a stream delay last time because I didn't use it. But I don't understand. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Yeah, there's nothing I can do right now. It's just eating. I'm just losing a ton of frames. I apologize, guys. This sucks. I'm just getting throttled on my internet. Is it back up? Okay, I'm back up to 15 kilobytes. Nope, back down. Okay. Looks fine. A kill is a kill, Fallen. A kill is definitely a kill. I apologize for the slideshow, guys. There's nothing I can really do about this besides like getting, I guess, upgrading my hardware or making sure my internet isn't messing up. I don't know why it's even messing up. I may be downloading something in the background off Steam or something. Not entirely sure what could be causing my issues. Hopefully I wasn't just like updating a game in the background on Steam. But ETF have won the second round, not secured the victory though. They still have to land. They've got 6 jets on the team still here. So yeah. I need to I don't know if I can get rid of the stream delay midstream. Let me see. I mean, I'm connected. I'm connected just fine to the server. I'm pretty sure it is OBS or the computer or my computer or something. I mean, I'm not experiencing any frame rate issues in game at all. I'm pretty certain it's just the 60-second delay screwing me over because it's forcing my computer because I've got I don't know. I think it's because it's forcing my computer to store the frames before uploading them. And it's messing with my RAM because DCS is very RAM hungry, so it's just not able to keep up. I'm just not streaming with it. I don't care what they say. I'm not streaming with a delay anymore because I didn't have these drop frame issues before. This is upsetting. Well, I'm sure they're going to land, so I'm going to go ahead and change the score here to 2. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely not my internet because clearly the stream's still up. My audio's coming through just fine, and I'm watching the match in DCS perfectly fine. I mean, my ping isn't any higher than it would be for an American connecting to a European server. I think it literally is just the stream delay screwing me over here and breaking my stream. I apologize, guys. I very much apologize. But while we're on slideshow stuff, because there's nothing happening right now, let's recap what happened a little bit. Thermos gets the first kill, like he did in the first round, but this time against an opponent. Unfortunately, though, gets another team kill later on against Aspen. Again, not entirely sure. I mean, I guess I know why. I think he was going to take a shot at the bandit and then, I don't know, some sort of auto track thing. I really would like to assume that it's just an auto track thing and he's not noticing rather than, deliberately taking a shot on Aspen and just not checking that he's the friend. But yeah. And yeah, we got a lot of good kills. Vignardo dying from up high to a low shot. Very unfortunate. Still a lot of sticks on him, but we had a few people. I think 2 people on TFT died to low to high shots from those SD10s. Those SD10s are mean low to high. Certainly a lot better than the AMRAM low to high. I can't they just have that motor for it. I'll tell you. ETF doing a very, very good job, though. Did a very, very good job at staying low and taking those shots. They take shots pretty far away, honestly. I think they take shots further away than I would take, but I don't know the kinematics of the SD10 well enough for actually using it offensively. I mean, I know the kinematics for defense, but offensively, not entirely sure. Although I assume it's, again, very on par with the M120, if not slightly better. That's usually what we trained for back in ye old Alamo days. But very, very good job. I guess, you know, even though it's a slideshow right now, I can at least hold frame here. Breeze, 1 PL5 left on his jet. Electro Bull, 2 PL5s and an SD10 on his jet. Dizzy, holy moly, only fired 1 missile that entire round. Jesus. Dizzy is definitely very missile economy focused in these matches. Very missile economy focused in these matches. Reminds me of myself. I typically end up with a lot of AMRAMs left on my jet flying in 64th. While everybody else is Winchester and Bingo, I typically have like 3 or 4 AMRAMs and I still have like 5,000 pounds of fuel. But over here we have, can't remember, Anku, 2 sticks, or 2 AMRAMs, 2 PL5s, Thermos, 2 PL5s, and I keep calling the SD10 an AMRAM. But yeah, SD10 right there on his jet, and Riker, last but not least, 2 PL5s, no SD10s on his jet anymore. Yeah. I'm just gonna stay over here. I'm not gonna alt tab anymore. I mean, YouTube is telling me that it's not receiving enough video material. Let's see. People are talking about Uma Musume in the chat, TM Opera O, and Gold Chip, and Tachyon. X264 encoding. Maybe I have I'm pretty sure I'm using HEVC 264. Like, I should be using my GPU, and I've got a RTX 4070 Super. So I don't know. Like I said, I didn't experience any drop frames in the last stream, and I wasn't streaming with a delay. I wasn't streaming with a delay last time, and I didn't experience any drop frames. I'm pretty sure it is the delay screwing me over. Did I see the new update for Uma Musume? I don't play the game. I just know the culture, and I've seen the anime. So yeah. I don't play it. Yeah. I'm watching part 2 of the current season that's coming out right now. Oguri Cap. It's pretty nice. Yeah. Not much going on. And I would play the trailer, but obviously I'm having drop frames. It looks like, maybe my stream health is fine now? I think my stream health is fine now. I just hit 15 kilobytes. Maybe I was getting throttled for some reason on my internet and that was the problem. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just not going to stream with the delay next time. I don't think my computer is good enough to run DCS. Maybe if I had another 32 gigs of RAM, and which I might go and buy like right after this stream. I might just go to Best Buy immediately after and buy another 32 gigs of RAM just to have. Although it's definitely not necessary, but if I'm going to be streaming, I probably need it. Oh, nope, looks like my stuff's dropping again. Alright, whatever. Yeah, 44,212 dropped frames. Jesus. Well. Hopefully that'll be coming through just fine there. Looks like he's coming in for an overhead break. think the stream might be back up and running. Maybe I was just getting throttled, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm doing a delay now, and didn't experience this problem last time. But hopefully everything was still enjoyable even with that terrible frame rate, and you guys were able to still enjoy some of the action there. Is Dizzy coming in for a straight final? Looks like she's just coming in for a long final. Electro Bull right behind her got his air brakes out. Did the camera work? Got a final out here from Dizzy. Still on her long final. Pretty slow, but Jeff can get pretty slow and still hold it up. I think one of the most fun things to do in DCS, because I'm kind of like really into procedure crap, because I'm boring, is doing nice buttery smooth, perfect landings like that. Coming up behind her is Electro Bull. Like that. Ooh, greasing it with a little float and touchdown. Nice smooth touchdown right there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Looks like he's trying to aero brake. Maybe just be a thing on my end. Coming in behind now with Breeze. Is Thermos going to shoot anyone else down before they land? Hopefully not. We did get, I heard yesterday in the Persian Air Force versus, who was it, FTQ match, that Banana Persian Air Force got shot down in his overhead brake because somebody decided to shoot an AMRAAM towards the runway while ingressing for landing. I don't know what that was all about, but he ended up dying, which was pretty crazy. So they went back home with 8 jets and only landed 7. Anku's landed. Riker. Looks like Riker's on final here. Coming in for that nice little landing there. And touchdown there. Last person up is Thermos. Forced to land last because he got a team kill. It looks like, ooh, he's landing long. He's landing really long. This might have to be a go around. This might have to be a go around. Oh, he's touching down super late. He needs to go around. I think he's gonna die here. Okay. Okay. The Jeff has a parachute. Okay, but still, he's at EOR. Oh my God, is he gonna die here? He may eat it. Okay, he slows down. He slows down. Jesus, dude, he landed like mid-runway. He touched down like mid-runway and still was able to slow down, but that's that parachute for you. My God. My God. They gotta get Thermos to do some freaking airmanship training or something. That's crazy. And also IFF training. Because, dude, 1 team kill per round, that's rough. That is extremely rough. Holy moly. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed. I apologize for all those drop frames. I am not streaming with a delay next time. I understand that they want it to, reduce the chance of you know, cheating because of screen looking, but I don't know. I don't think it sucks, but it's just like, what are you gonna do?